first of all, before I answer the question, what is the idea? The question that we have to ask is, what is the idea behind tax exemption or corporate tax exemptions? The fundamental or underlying idea to that concept is to ensure the benefit of the public good. And when you talk about the public good, it's basically what's inures to the benefit of the ordinary citizen. Are you getting it? That is the fundamental idea behind corporate tax exemptions. Then in the 90s, we have the free zones concept as well. What that was seeking to do was to extend corporations and industries outside the capital. You know, when we're having issues with rural urban migration, so then we have to motivate industries to move out of the capital to the rural areas or outskirts of town so that space is freed within the capital. Are you getting the point? Then jobs are also created in the rural areas or mostly outside. Amenities are also extended. Essential amenities are extended to outside the capital as well. That is the concept. So naturally, company will want to be nearer to the port and to the capital where they will have access to certain things quite easily. So that was when we extend the free zones concept. So the free zones concept also come to a certain percentage tax exemption when they are able to move their industries or their companies outside the capital. Now, then the whole thing turned into a certain, I don't know, the waste and the drain on the taxpayer. The question is, how on earth can you qualify that a company that is seeking the location of the property or the business, the hotel, is supposed to be airport city? That is the most prime of prime locations in the capital. And no serious government and no serious country will grant tax exemption to that level to a property or a company that is seeking to establish company within the most prime area in your country. And how much is involved in the entire project? And then for you to give $23 million tax exemption, you know, even smart or even for smart investment rules or even smart financial management, you can't give away your prime property or your prime location on rebate basis. You do that on places that you are struggling to invest, attract investment. Are you getting it? Airport city, that's like a location almost companies are competing to have access to. So why would you then go and then have a tax rebate or tax exemption to that thing to a company that is seeking to be located within the airport city? So you should even be seeking to cash in on such things, not rather throw away taxpayers' money. You know, it doesn't make any sense at all.
So you will need further clarification from the presidency as to the real justification for granting them those tax exemptions. Because
look, Sena, without even any clarification, there's no justification whatsoever for this thing, other than maybe a benefit to a friend or something else. Because it's not done anywhere. We are talking about the prime location. And okay, so what is the total value of the project that you give $23 million? Even if, let's say, even in all is $500 million and 23 million, that's a huge amount of money. The recent ambulances that were procured, how much is it? It's about $40 million. So they got 23 million. So, and then do the calculation and see how many. You know, we have enough money. Look,
I'm saying that because the exemption that we have seen may not be all, judging from what I've read, because that is only for importation. Because it includes even VAT within when they buy things within Ghana.
Yes.
And so I'm asking, do we need to know more, or we can base on?
Okay, so this is where we need to put a lot of pressure on Parliament to probe more. And even reject this thing outright because it doesn't make any sense. And that brings to the point where much talk is that the talk is now is about, should we move away from this kind of tax exemption? Because annually, if you take the 2018 report, for instance, we've lost almost about 4.5, close to 5 billion cedis to tax exemptions. Imagine what 5 billion cedis can do. Go to 2017, the same thing, close to the same amount. And it keeps increasing year in, year out. So at what point exactly? And, people are taking advantage of these things to reward themselves and their friends and other cronies. No, it's not done. At what point? We're talking about revenue mobilization. Every year we are underperforming in revenue mobilization. So, and then you keep giving out these monies. At what point or which area do you expect to raise your revenue from? Are you getting the point? Where exactly do you expect to raise your revenue from when you keep giving away huge sums of money? 5 billion in a year. Look, we are going to borrow we are currently embarking on a ratio to borrow almost $3.5 billion, right? That's close to about 17 billion. Deduct 5 billion from it. Is that not 12 billion? Now let's look at other sectors that we waste revenue as well, or we lose revenue. Some of these things, when we stop doing it, our debt will drastically reduce because we won't keep borrowing. You don't give. It's not done. It's not the concept of tax exemption or corporate tax exemption. This is not what it is. And look, what essential services is this company coming to provide to Ghanaians that the ordinary Ghanaian will benefit from? It's not as if they are even in pharmaceuticals, in education, water, or even a critical road project. So, what is critical about this project? The concept, taking into cognizance the concept of tax exemption. What public good is this coming to do, other than a few people who may be employed along the way? And looking at this is supposed to be a luxury kind of investment. So how do you, with common sense, how do you even exempt or even give tax rebate to something that is luxury? Are we not in this country that they are even increasing taxes on luxury cars, so-called? So how then do you juxtapose the same thing, that a luxury property is being put up, and then you have to give tax attention to that? When you tax your own citizens for owning a car which you tag because of engine capacity, you target a luxury car. But then when your associates, because nobody will do this thing or give this to anybody unless it's a close friend that's coming to do this thing, coming to put up a luxury hotel, an apartment, and then you are giving this tax. No, because read what you just read to me. It's clearly stated, and anything that is going to be situated within the airport city